Why, hello there, world. Wow, my throat's kind of sore. Why is it sore? TAMASHII'S Tea Lightning Week 2. We all know how the first one went. It went pretty bad. A horrible event. Now this one, clearly, Tamashi has learned their lesson, and there has been no promises of older figures returning. This is straight up just new figures ready, and any old figures that returned is just straight up in stock. You don't have to rush for them. So already off of that, this is being run completely differently than how it was. So already off the bat, this event is being held completely differently than how it was before. They just put everything out and they're like, yeah, go ahead, buy this shit. So already this is a way better improvement than last year. I can appreciate this. And wow, are some insane things happening right now. So let's start off with the most exciting news. shfiguarts Fusion Android 13, also known as Super Android 13. This wasn't a surprise to many, considering a lot of the promo material for the new Goku and Vegeta figures reference the Super Android 13 movie, but for it to actually be announced this soon, it's kind of, I didn't believe it. This sucks, right? Because the sculpt looks amazing. Genuinely, this might be one of the best looking shfiguarts from the promos alone. Of course, in person it might be different, but just look at this. Now, the reason I say it sucks is because it's Super Android 13. I don't give a fuck about this guy. Who cares about Super Android 13? Not me, that's for damn sure. But he just looks so amazing. His sculpt, his articulation, bro. You can barely see the joints on this guy. It's insane. He looks so seamless. Every new Tamashi release in the DBZ and shfiguarts line, they look more and more like statues. But they're not. They have the best articulation they've had yet, which is insane to me. Like, look at the back of the legs. Like, this is usually where the joints show. And they're like, yeah, okay, whatever. It's the back. We don't care. We'll show all the joints possible. But it just looks like baggy pants. You really can't tell that's where it articulates. It's so nice looking. And people wonder why they switched to the single jointed knees. This is why. This is why the silhouette is so much better. And most of the time it still has the same amount of range as a double joint. So it just works really well for these baggy pants characters, even like this Goku right here. Speaking of Goku, this is probably the worst DLC faceplate ever. Not because it's bad or it looks horrible, just because it's so fucking boring. It's literally just a gritted teeth face, but the eyes are looking forward instead of to the side. Like, I get what they were going for, but this does not match this at all. It's clear as day, you know? There's no gum showing. There's no teeth. Even this, there's no teeth showing here, but holy shit, he looks insane. So yeah, I get why they did it. It's just that boring. So yeah, like I said, it really sucks that this guy looks so amazing, because who gives a fuck about this character? Now, if it was someone like Broly, okay, sure. Janemba, definitely. Base cooler, yeah, I'm buying that ASAP. I don't even have to think about it. But this guy is a toss-up. Do I want this? Yes or no? And high key, it's worse when you don't know if you're gonna get it. Because now you have to sit there and contemplate and wonder, and then eventually you end up fucking getting it anyway. So now it's like you wasted all that time thinking you weren't gonna get it just to get it anyway. Like, it's stupid, I hate it. Anyway, aside from A13, we have some more brand new news, not really kind of news. All of the recent announcements, Super Saiyan Blue Goku, Super Saiyan God Goku, Dangerous Pride Vegeta, these updated sculpts for these characters are being sold on Premium Bandai. Which means, so usually with general releases, they won't immediately hit the US when they release. For example, this Vegeta is supposed to come out in April in Japan, if I'm not mistaken. And for us in the US, it probably won't release in general stores like Amazon, Target, stuff like that until about 2 to 3 months later. So in the United States, usually you'd be on a 2 to 3 month delay when getting a figure like this, a new general release. Which kind of sucks, especially if you're in the figure community, because you see people with the figure having fun and you just gotta sit there and be like, well, can't have it. But that 2 to 3 month delay can be remedied by something like the Premium Bandai, which where it'll ship in May instead of something like June or August. So these figures are even more readily accessible than they already were, which is great. Now, you could always order off of a place like Hobby Genki or AliExpress to get these figures earlier, but that means paying like $30 for shipping, which is probably not worth it for a general release figure. So yeah, it's really cool that these are all being offered with free shipping as well. I forget to mention that too. I'm kind of just advertising this whole event. I feel like a shill right now. And in other news, the Cell Saga Trunks is getting re-released again. is a beautiful thing because this figure is really amazing. This is a really good figure. I know there's a lot of contemporaries out there with Tonson and Demoniacal Fit, but I still do not think those figures are as good as this Trunks right here. I feel so bad for the people who had to get the first release with the quality control issues, because those aside, this is an amazing figure. The only gripe you would have with it now is this strap right here for the sword just coming off all the time. But if you do have the Tonson trunk, you can swap out this shitty strap with the magnetic one that Tonson provides, and it just makes the figure so much more fun. So if you have a Tonson trunks, get this 100%. If you have no trunks, get this 90%. It's a really good figure. I still really recommend this. Extra, read all about it. So apparently, we are doing the old figures back in stock thing again. However, this time, instead of just putting every single figure down for order at once, I think they're doing it like one at a time throughout the week. For example, they only dropped the older style Battle Clothes Vegeta and nothing else. But he's not sold out instantly. This dropped like 10 hours ago by the time I'm recording this, and it's still in stock. So either they just had plenty of stock for this guy, or they really learned from last time and is actually giving real life people a chance to get these older figures. Beautiful. That's amazing. This is how it should have been. This is really nice. Man, I'm glad to see more, Tamashi. I'm glad to see more. I'm ready. And man, just looking at this shit, it's like, fuck, my bank account is gonna be hurt, and if I really go through with this, cause I'm definitely getting God Ku, Vegeta, and Base Ku. Blue Ku was like, I don't really care that bad. It'd be nice to have. Now, Fusion Android 13, that's such a maybe. It is $90. It is pretty pricey, but it makes sense for such a big figure. And then that's not even to talk about the Bardock that I haven't gotten yet, or the Frieza they still haven't announced. By the time I'm recording this video, they teased a new 4th form Frieza figure to match the new Warrior of Rage Goku, but they just haven't officially announced it yet. It's only been teased, and that happened a month ago. And somehow we got the announcement of Super Android 13 before that. So I don't know when they're planning to announce that. I feel like they're just gonna drop it in the middle of T-Week 2, and it's gonna be a mess because by that time I probably already ordered whatever I wanted and I have to go back and order again. So, and then I have to get this Bardock that I still really want because the new parts look really nice. The new colors look really nice. You know, a lot of people complain about how the legs are the same. The legs are basically the same mold, but holy man, he still looks really cool. So if I were to truly splurge, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And just because I want another Gohan, 7. So let's open calculator. Let's see how much that would add up to. $382. All right. Okay. I probably should not do this for my own sake, but I kind of want to. Let's start a little ballpark guess. How much will the Frieza be? I want to say $80, because, yeah. Okay. I looked at the 382. I was like, okay, that's not horrible. Then it just added another 100 on me. So now I'm reconsidering life. Yeah, this is gonna suck. And high key, wait, I want another Games Begin Goku because it's just such a good figure. Let's put another 38 on there. Come on, let's see how much that give me.